everyone and welcome to my channel Random by A. My name is Aurelia, but you can call me Aris. And today I'm going to share my experience and what steps I'm doing before I decide if I would like to hold shoes or I would need to sell right away. So if you're interested to hear what steps I'm doing, definitely keep on watching. Before we start talk about those steps, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. So let's go and talk about those steps. First step, and probably one of the most important steps, is even before shoes are released, I keep an eye on the StockX and try to watch the prices. When you watch the prices, you need to see sale volume. So if I would like down look at some notes, you definitely need to keep eye on the StockX and see how many bids versus how many asks are there. So if there's more bids than asks, that's a really good sign. That means that there's a high demand for those shoes and people want to get those shoes if there's a way to get even before they are released. When shoes are released, you need to keep eye on the prices and again sale volume on the release day. See, depend how many asks and how many bids, and again more bids, that means that people really want to get these shoes. There's a possibility there was like really difficult to get these shoes. They want to get like this right now. If prices going like down, if like on the release day there's more asks than a bids, I would take as like not the best sign. Probably stock was pretty big, a lot of people got those shoes and probably they want to sell as fast as it's possible. So next step, if you didn't get like on the release day, because sometimes, you know, there's like, for example, sneaker pass and you can get the shoes on the release day. I see that prices are pretty decent. I try to sell shoes right away at the same day. Mostly times you will get one of the best prices. So if you see there's like more bids than asks and then you decide to, okay, let's see what will happen. So next step, what I'm doing, I'm kind of try to keep eye on the StockX prices like for a week and see again like how many asks versus bids, because after a week everybody start getting the fears. Some people want to sell right away or as fast as it's possible. So after approximately a week, if there's profitable shoes, they're going to hit lowest price. So there's other way if you didn't get your pair. So my suggestion would be to buy after a week, because like I said, there mostly will be the lowest price. So then other thing what you need to keep eye, what the spread between asks and bids are. The biggest spread, that means that maybe those shoes are not that popular or demand is going down, then probably it's not worth to hold. I would try to get rid of those shoes probably as fast as it's possible.
Don't beat.
Other thing, mostly times I'm getting shoes like pretty late. If I'm not getting during the first week and see that price is going down and I think that like this shoes having potential to grow, I would keep eye for prices for like next week or so. One of the most important thing are StockX metrics.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So step 2, other important metric for a sneaker haul is stock size. I know that it's not that easy sometimes to get stock size, but you know there's a way how you can get, and you're not always going to get. That's why, like, if you want to resell shoes, it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What I'm doing, I try to look at it Twitter. Sometimes people, they're kind of trying to predict you know, maybe not exact number, but like bigger or smaller stock going to be, as well as like social media, you know, people keep talking and commenting, as well as like websites which reviewing and like talking about sneakers before release, like sneaker news. Other way, the sport groups, there's like bunch of different ones. There is not 100% that you're going to get exact number, or not always even people know. You can get a feeling what kind of stock there's gonna be, like it's like bigger or smaller. As well, there's like some YouTubers which getting some early pairs, or even they just talk about specific sneaker releases, like, you know, predicting prices, if it's worth to hold or you need to sell right away.
Interesting.
One of YouTube channel, Unbreakable Kicks, sometimes he's talking about stock sizes as well, so I would look for this metric as well before decide if I wanna do hold or sell sneakers right away. And depend from the sneakers, you know. Like stock's not going to be that big. For example, Off-White and Nike collabs mostly times pretty limited, not like, I can't say that like it's the smallest stock, but and there's like smallest possibility that they're going to release something like this.
It's true. Oh, it's true.
For example, Yeezys, they keep releasing not exact same sneakers always, but time to time they releasing similar ones, and sometimes they keep re-release sneakers. Step 3. Before I'm deciding if I wanted to hold the sneakers, I look what kind of similar sneakers were released in the past, because then you can predict what kind of demand they had. For example, I have quite a few examples which I'm going to share. So my first example is Yeezy 450 Cloud White. If you into sneakers, probably you know that like this is first model for 450. They never released this kind of model before, so this is first sign that like at least for like Yeezy's first model is called like, you know, OG, and usually they hold the value pretty well.
Okay.
Even, you know, some, for example, those sneakers, first people thought that like it's looking weird, it's looking maybe even ugly.
I swear it is very weird. I'm just letting you know, okay, in case you weren't sure.
But you know, when time goes by, people start liking it, and prices for those growing. So yeah, if there's like never been released sneakers like this before, at least for Yeezys, that they're going to hold value pretty well, and it's worth to hold those for a while. Keep eye on the StockX and other platforms. Second example is Yeezy 700 Bright Blue. I think so they should hold the value, even should start to grow, because I know that like it's not exact same like OG Wave Runner, which like, you know, before I decide if I wanted to hold those, I look at like Wave Runners, and like there was released bunch of other Yeezy 700s. I try keep eye on those, you know, and see what the trend are. But other thing, I think so why this sneaker stand off among others, so it's like different colorway, because there was like time where Yeezys released 700s in pretty like muted colors, and this one like kind of popped out. There was like release before these bright blues, Yeezy Boost 700 Suns, and I think so they doing really well, and why prices like are pretty high for Suns. I think so it's like different color story for those shoes, kind of remind more to OGs, because like those muted colors, like yeah, it's the same model, but like it still look kind of different, where those kind of like remind much more to OG Wave Runners. So, and the last example for this step is Royal Toe. Court Purple. I think so. They were released like over a year ago, and yet I still have those in my head. So yeah, for like most Jordans, they are pretty popular lately. Like it's like getting harder and harder to get those. There's like bunch of, I can't say that the same, but like similar keep getting released, especially in those like iconic colors like red, blue, purple. I would look up at something similar like what was released, especially like a combination of red, white and black. You know, there's like quite a few examples I don't have on my hand right now. Look up like how they doing, like on the StockX they having like graph even showing like price trends, so you can decide if they worth to hold or you need to sell right away.
Dump it.
Step 4, you need to still kind of look what the trends are. You know, what is colors really popular right now. You can look up at the social media. Now I know like pop of color like getting like pretty popular. I think so that's why one of the reasons the prices for those off-whites like start to growing. Like as well we having biohacks. I can't say that like most popular right now, but yeah, like I say, like mostly times purple, blue, red, black and white, like Jordans like doing well, or like those muted colors, like black, like OB, black all the way doing well as well. There's like a lot of things which you need to look up before to decide if you really want hold on those sneakers. So yeah, other like really important factor is like, you know, social media, you know, what people saying, if they really want to get it, if they're excited about the sneakers. Last and final step, step 5, you need kind of trust your gut. For example, that's what I did with off-white sneakers. I know I'm using this one a lot, for example. But there was a time prices for those sneakers were pretty low. I think so people thought it's like pretty ugly maybe. Even I don't think so. And I believe in the sneaker and I know it's off-white. Even prices going like low, it's not matched with all those steps which I'm usually doing. Sometimes I just think that like I see potential in the sneaker, I believe in the sneaker. Like I know, for example, like off-whites are pretty limited. There's almost no way that they're going to re-release exact same sneaker. So I take a risk, I hold on those like sneakers, for example. I know you're taking a risk because not all holes are worth to hold, or like, you know, it's not worth to hold like that long. For example, for those, I think so there were a time when prices went off, but at some point like prices kind of start stagnate and not going up. Now is around this time. There's then, you know, there's two ways which I'm doing. Like since prices not going down, or it's not that drastically going down, you can like sell because like price is like already pretty decent, or you need to wait and hold even longer.
How much longer is it gonna be? I don't know, I'm not psychic!
So yeah, but you need to, you know, take risks. Let's go shortly what steps were. So first was look at the StockX. Like this is one of the most important thing before, you know, you decide that you want to hold or sell right away. Then if it's possible to get like stock size, what alternatives are for those sneakers and how those alternatives did before, and what's the trends are right now, you know, what's popular, what color, what's going on social media. You know, you need to look up what the public wants. Last thing, kind of trust your gut. I know it's like most risky step. All sneaker reselling process are pretty risky, and you know, you're taking a risk. Sometimes you can win pretty big, sometimes you can lose. Let me know in the comments down below what other steps you doing, what are your suggestions and thoughts are for sneaker holds. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching this video and spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next one. Bye.